Educational material on the internet that deals with forest management, fire safety, and watershed health exists, but it's hard to find examples aimed at the non-professional, untrained resident landowner. CAL FIRE has several good professional presentations, but we don't get the feeling that the target population is consuming the material in large enough numbers, and moreover, there are some gaping holes in the subject matter. We are trying something more grassroots in the hope that locally produced material, properly publicized and focused locally, will be found to be more relevant and more interesting by our landowner audience. We also hope to widen the active participation in this program to other RCDs throughout the state through CARCD, the California Association of RCDs. When it comes down to it, this program is experimental. We must have continuous feedback from everyone involved to allow us to make improvements as necessary. This procedure is an educational tool meant to be used by organizations and individuals, professional and otherwise, who care about the health of our environment and who have something to contribute to our community. The procedure can be used in an agency office, a home office, or anywhere else that has electricity and an internet connection. We are looking for contributors who have domain understanding, either because they have formal training or because they have gained experience by undertaking land management projects on their own. Our content, hopefully, will be useful to those who view it. Here are some guidelines for design requirements. Video creation time must be minimized. We are in a fast-moving situation and we must be able to create videos while the subject is still relevant. Think in terms of days and weeks rather than weeks and months. Videos must be modifiable and maintainable at the atomic level, meaning words, individual audio and video clips, and screens. Again, things change, sometimes small things. The library needs to be kept current. By home office, we mean some desk space, a monitor, a desktop or laptop computer, and an internet connection. Must allow for flexible mixed use of still images, motion video, graphics, text where needed, voiceover, and sound. Must allow for speaker and/or MCRCD collaboration across distance. We want to be able to use speakers from all over the state and to perform the creation without requiring travel. Must be usable by people with minimal training. By this, we mean familiarity with the content, with YouTube channel maintenance, and those PowerPoint features documented in this video. Here is the process we have in mind. 1. Make initial choices of the subject of the video, the goals of the video, the context, and the teaching points. Also, define the audience in terms of current subject understanding. This will be done by the MCRCD Stakeholders Committee. 2. Recruit and decide on a speaker with domain knowledge and experience. 3. Finalize with the speaker the subject, objective, context, and teaching points. 4. Design and implement the visual portion of the video together with the speaker notes. 5. Capture the voiceover and integrate it into the presentation. 6. Gain approval of the resulting PowerPoint from CAL FIRE. 7. Convert the PPT to MP4 format and upload it to YouTube. Here is a list of what you need to create a video. First, you need a desktop or laptop computer with a recent version of Microsoft Windows. You'll also need a recent version of Microsoft Office 365 for PowerPoint and a microphone of at least medium quality. You will, of course, need internet access. You'll need a YouTube account with appropriate privileges. This doesn't cost any money. How you open a YouTube account will be covered in our companion presentation on YouTube and channel management. You'll need a Dropbox account for backup and sharing. This will cost you a small amount of money. If you don't like Dropbox per se, then use another alternative, but definitely have some backup. You'll need a camera for taking still photographs. Current technology being what it is, a smartphone camera is almost certainly sufficient. If you want to insert video clips, you will of course need a video camera. Also, a good book on how to use PowerPoint would be helpful, if you can manage to find one. So what are some of the drawbacks associated with opting for live video capture? First, getting good audio quality in terms of acoustics, echo, background noise, etc. can be tricky. You must have a projector and screen for slides. You must have a video camera with a high-quality, red, expensive mic setup. You'll probably have to enlist a videographer to go back and forth between the speaker and the screen. Speaker presence ultimately adds very little and may end up serving as more of a distraction than anything else, as he or she simply becomes one more thing for the audience to look at besides the material. The captured presentation can't be modified. In the changing world of which we've already spoken, this is a killer. Workshops obviously can't be done in a home office. Workshops can't be put together on short notice. And scaling to statewide use is difficult. Perform work segments 1, 2, and 3 just as you would for an ordinary PowerPoint slideshow. Segment 4 is where you add the voiceover using the PowerPoint record feature, one slide after another, using your speaker notes. Alternatively, record the voiceover for each slide offline as separate MP3 clips and insert them one at a time. If you have any video clips, add them in segment 5. At present, we haven't discovered how to have a video clip with audio coexist in a slide with voiceover narration. In the last segment, execute the PowerPoint conversion program from PPT to MP4, which is the compressed video format required by YouTube. These are some of the best practices and strategies for creating a high-quality PowerPoint slideshow. Probably the most important among these is to grab the viewer's attention. Our producer's favorite trick is to start with an image that is a bit shocking. Once grabbed, keep the viewer by avoiding a lot of detail. Try to move the detailed, boring stuff to the end. And, of course, use images instead of text where possible. If you must use bullets, employ the Smart Art Graphics feature in PowerPoint. The use of speaker notes for voiceover comes naturally to some, but not to all. You must design your notes to be listened to, not read. The key idea is to sound conversational. Setting up for voiceover is easy and follows the following steps. First, hit the Slideshow tab. Second, mark Play Narrations and Use Timings with an X. These are indicated by yellow arrows in the screenshot seen here. Third, hit Set Up Slideshow. This is indicated by the red arrow in the screenshot. Next, hit the following buttons, also indicated by yellow arrows. A. Browsed by an individual, if you're using Windows. B. Show Slides All. And C. Advanced slides using timings, if present. Lastly, to begin recording voiceover, hit Record Slideshow. Hit Record Slideshow. You can start with the first slide or with any slide after that. This gives you the capability to go back and alter any single slide after recording the entire show. For each slide, you can record, stop, replay, or clear the recording for the current slide. The large arrows give you complete control over which slide you're recording. This is a screenshot taken while recording the voiceover for the recording slide in this presentation. You can see that all the functional controls mentioned earlier are shown. You have the capability to record and re-record the voiceover for the slide until you're happy with it. To use audio clips recorded offline, engage a professional voiceover contractor, or, alternatively, use a local amateur. Mark each PPT slide as follows: a 4-character alpha code in the lower left corner of the first slide, and the slide number in the lower right corner of each slide. Transfer a hard copy of the PowerPoint Notes page to the person doing the voiceover. Retrieve the voiceover clips from the contractor as follows: a thumb drive containing folders for each PPT named with the 4-character alpha code, containing MP3s for each slide with file names P1, P2, etc. When you receive a folder back from the voiceover contractor with MP3 audio clips, you may begin the clip insertion process. Using the slideshow ribbon, erase any recorded narration and timings by going to Record Slideshow, Clear, Clear Timings on all slides, and Clear Narrations on all slides. Then, in normal display mode, starting with the first slide to receive an audio clip, go to Insert, Audio, Audio on my PC. Browse to the folder with the clips, choose the appropriate clip, and hit Insert. The audio logo will display in the center of the slide. Move it to the right margin and play the clip to ensure that it's the correct one. Do this by hitting Playback in the top ribbon and Start, and then Automatically. If you don't see the option for Playback at the top, make sure that the audio logo is selected. When all clips are inserted, test the entire video to ensure that it all plays. If it doesn't, you probably missed issuing a Start automatically. This describes the operations necessary to insert a video clip into a PowerPoint slide. Our producer has been inserting an introductory video clip with its own audio in the first slide and a wrap-up clip in the last slide. Neither slide can have an additional narration track, however. Doing this is optional, but it does add a human touch and puts a face with the narration. We suspect that our guest speakers will want to use it to ensure that their stamp is on the presentation. Besides the above, you can insert a clip into any PPT slide you wish. In fact, you can have the clip occupy the entire slide. We think that we'll probably want some on-the-ground clips in some of our new videos. Converting the completed PPT to MP4 video is easy. Go to the File tab, choose Export, then choose Create a Video. Choose HD 720p for video quality. This is middle of the road, which is okay given that we expect some or most viewing to be done on mobile devices or on monitors that are not professional or top of the line. If you used option A to record voiceover, make sure you're using the recorded timings and narrations. It should default to that. If you used option B, inserting audio clips, there will be no recorded timings and narrations, and that will be the default. Hit Create Video, and then go and find something else to do for a while. The video file will appear below the PPT file displayed in Windows Explorer when the conversion is complete. There is no progress display of the conversion process. It will be long-running because video takes a lot of space. As we get more into this, we will have speakers working with us from all over the state. Each one will be different in terms of what they are willing or able to do. We'll be operating under the assumption that most speaker candidates are PPT conversant, at least at a basic level. Are they willing to do a simple slideshow? If yes, agree on an audience, teaching points, presentation length, etc. If no, do a draft for them and work it back and forth. Are they willing to do speaker notes? Hopefully they are. If not, do a draft for them and again work it back and forth. Are they willing to do the voiceover? If yes, give them some coaching if they want or need it. If no, do it for them or travel to them and help them through it. This concludes the presentation on video creation, at least for the moment. We will update this as we gain more experience with it.